Welcome to American Rambler with your host, Paul Grafton. Okay, so Washington Post has done this thing saying Trump is threatening the orderly transition of power uh, with Biden because he's not signing this contract. One of the things we heard earlier is that Trump is not going to use Washington D.C. money to fund the uh, the transition of power. He learned his lesson the last time when not Biden, Barack Obama uh, sent in the contract certain things that he had to do. But here, Trump is saying, well, I don't need that money. I am so rich that I can fund my own transition team, and and I don't have to sign this contract. Okay. Now, House Morning Tyler has promised that Trump denied Biden 4 years ago. Okay. Now, here's has not signed agreements with Biden administration that will allow Trump's team to receive classified briefings from administration officials and visit the agencies that they will start running in 68 days. Okay, that is not a requirement to sign this contract. Matter of fact, his own lawyers are going through it page by page and will probably, if absolutely necessary, will probably send over a counter contract. Okay? Okay. And remember, it says Trump's team, not Donald Trump. So each member of his cabinet is going to have to look at each contract and see what they are signing. You know, have you ever had people say, hurry up, sign this, and you're really going, no, no, no. I make sure I read every part of my contract. Okay. No prior transition effort has really just stepped past the entire architecture of support that has grown up to help make sure that an incoming is prepared on day one to run a government. Yeah, well, meet Donald Trump. Okay? He knows what snakes these people are, and he knows that there's going to be, using a corporate term, a poison pill in these contracts. Okay. Now, here's what his transition team spokesman, Brian Hughes, said. But it's not word for word, except for this one. Transition lawyers continue to constructively engage with Biden-Harris administration lawyers regarding all agreements contemplated by the Presidential Transition Act. Yeah, in other words, I am having my lawyers read this over. I'm not just going to rubber stamp it. Now, here, and I wouldn't trust signing anything Biden and Obama, Mitt Romney, even J.D. Vance said over. Read all your contracts. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, see, one of the things that they had in there was that during the special counsel Robert investigation into Russian interference, there were subpoenas and document requests that went back to the transition, and there were a lot of concerns by the Trump team about having to turn that information over, said Anna Larry, the co-director of Hillary Clinton's 2016 transition team. Yeah, I think there are real concerns by that team of wanting to keep private their deliberations during this time. So even his worst enemy still says, hey, this is a good idea. Read the transition contract first before signing anything. You know, and then also part of the contract is that he has to put together an ethics plan that they have to follow. Trump's decision not to sign, at least for now, has also allowed him to dodge a new requirement to submit an ethics plan that would govern him and other members of his transition team. Yep. Yeah, it's kind of like ethics in lawyers or ethics in DC. You have to take a course in ethics, but it doesn't require you to pass it. Okay, and then here's the thing: Senator Elizabeth Warren and Senator Tom Carper, both D. I wouldn't trust anything Elizabeth Warren gave me, even if it was a ham sandwich. Okay? Alright. Now, the 2020's law's lead sponsor said, concerned that Trump's transition team had not filed an ethics plan or signed the agreements. Okay, so this is from Ron Johnson. John said, report from Republicans on the State Finance and Homeland Committees had found that the FBI and Mueller's investigation got access to the Trump's transition records, even though the agreement Trump's team signed with the Obama administration stipulated that the GSA would not hold on to those records. In other words, hey, you're not getting any of our records, you're not getting any of our internal memos, you're not getting anything. Okay? Alright? And they're trying to say, oh, this is going to be the same thing as Biden's transition team for 4 years ago, when Emily Murphy declined to certify that Biden had won the election for more than 2 weeks after the race was called. So the Biden teams didn't want the delay, and they tried to do everything possible to avoid it. So Sarah appointed transition evidence that Trump's team and hold up could have George W. Bush's transition in 2000. Yeah, I regret that one, but it doesn't matter who I voted for, we would have still had the war. But I never want to hear the words Obama, Clinton, Bush in the White House again, even just to use the bathroom. So, what do you think? Do you think Trump is doing the right thing by not signing and using his own money? What do you think the Democrats are going to try and do?